In this season of giving, what moves you to give?
It's the kids. For me, it's all about the kids.
Whatever your reason, anyone of any age can make a difference.
It really makes me feel amazing, to be able to see that high schoolers can change the world.
So join us and make a holiday connection as we connect you to people who need your help, because we all have the power to change a life.
I am living proof. I am a witness that good things can happen.
Hello, I'm Sherry Margolis.
And I'm Ruth Raj at Eastern Market. Just a perfect spot for our annual Holiday Connection program. As the song goes, there's no place like home for the holidays, but for many in our community, a home is just a dream.
Yeah, for those transitioning out of homelessness, they may have a place to stay, but no place to rest their head, no furniture.
Now some caring volunteers, businesses, and nonprofit groups are furnishing hope to those in need.
Final touches, turning this empty house into a home. It's the work of Humble Design, a nonprofit organization that helps families who are transitioning out of homeless and domestic violence shelters.
When families move out of those shelters, a lot of times they're only able to bring the clothes that they brought with them, so they move into an empty home or an apartment.
And that's where Humble Design and a team of caring volunteers come in. On this day, they're working to finish the house of LaToya Randall, a single mother of 3.
How can I come this far in my life and become homeless? I've worked for years, and I would have never imagined that me and my children would have been in a shelter. And I had absolutely nothing when I walked into COTS shelter. I walked into COTS shelter with only tears.
COTS helped LaToya get back on her feet.
COTS made me believe again. And I want to say thank you to COTS, because without them, I couldn't piece my family back together.
You may not realize it, but when families leave a shelter, they leave with very little.
There's so many things I think we take for granted, like whoever, you don't think about going home and not having a bed, right? I mean, that's not even on your mind, but that is real for our families. And in fact, it's real for the majority of them. So the majority of the families that leave here do not have a bed.
That's what moved Gardner-White Furniture to step up, donating 1,000 mattresses to COTS and Humble Design.
We've been working with Humble Design for a long time, and their biggest need was bedding, specifically twin bedding for children. And of course, no one wants a kid to be sleeping on a floor, so we were pretty quick to jump on that.
Gardner-White employees also get involved by providing hands-on help, and it can be a very moving experience.
If you have a dry eye after a home reveal with some of these children, I don't think you have a heart.
And it's almost time for LaToya's reveal. The excitement builds as volunteers finish the home customized for the family.
It makes it feel like their own. We interview the client and ask them what their favorite colors are, what they'd like to see in their home. A lot of times they don't know because they haven't, experienced somebody asking them questions like that.
Each room has gone from empty to lovingly decorated.
Thank you!
From the kitchen to the kids' bedrooms to a beautiful bedroom for LaToya. Those beds mean a lot.
We slept on the floor. We made our pallets and blankets and got comfortable and grabbed a corner and slept on the floor because, we've struggled without having a home. So it was just a blessing within itself just to have the home, just the roof.
Oh, it's beautiful.
For LaToya and her 3 children, this is a big moment, getting to see their furnished home.
Oh.
Every room reveals a new surprise. Every room brings LaToya to tears, especially her son's room. Because for a family that's been sleeping on the floor, a new bed is everything.
Thank you. What do you think about that?
Good. My baby asked me, Mom, we got our house, where my bed? And I couldn't provide him one. I couldn't give him one. And I told him, I said, one day you'll have a bed. One day you'll have a bed. And today he has a bed. Thank you.
We are so glad we were there that day. Humble Design helps 3 families a week.
And they can't do it without volunteers, donations, and also community support. As we mentioned, Gardner-White donated 1,000 beds in partnership with CERTA and Restonic mattress companies.
There just should not be any children sleeping on the floor. And the fact that we can participate and help Gardner-White to deliver this new mattress to these kids really is we're very grateful.
It's very important to us that we give back to the community that has given so much to us, and more importantly, help support the youth of Metro Detroit.
Maybe you want to give back, but you don't know where to start. That's what this show is all about.
Fox 2, 100.3 WNIC and Gardner-White teaming up to help you make a holiday connection. And all you need is one of these. Our annual giving guide features the needs of nearly 150 local charities, like Cass Community Social Services, providing food, housing, health services, and job programs. Penrickton Center for Blind Children in Taylor, serving blind and multi-disabled children.
I'm very glad you're here today. Very glad you're here.
And the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Fox 2 and Gardner-White team up to create the Giving Guide. It makes it easy to give back, something that means a lot to Gardner-White.
Being involved in the Metro Detroit community is definitely part of our DNA. We have been for 105 years. We plan to be for the next 105. You know, this community has given us a lot. We try to remember that in everything that we do.
And you can find a giving guide at any Gardner-White Furniture.
And while you're there, you can also adopt a family through Volunteers of America, Michigan. Just look for the Adopt a Family trees in any of their stores with special tags, each representing a family in need. And we can't mention Volunteers of America, Michigan without giving a quick salute. Alex Broderick, president and CEO of VOA Michigan, recently retired. He led VOA Michigan for the past 21 years, building a better community. From services for seniors to helping the homeless and veterans, the growth under Broderick's leadership was impressive, but for him, it was all about service.
It's part of what it was called to do, trying to make a difference. Going to work each morning excited about what you're doing, knowing that if you do your job well, someone else is going to get some help from that. And I hear all the stories of the veterans and men, women, and children that are homeless that we're taking care of, and I know in my heart we're doing the right thing.
Thank you, sir.
We were honored to work with Alex, a man who embodies service over self.
You know, there's nothing like a good book, and as a kid, books can open a whole new world.
Yeah, but for some, learning disabilities can make reading a challenge. I spent time with a local family who's come up with a way to help because they understand those challenges firsthand.
I was the type of person who would pick up a book and flip to the end and say, I read it.
For much of his life, Jacob Blumenstein couldn't read. Not because he wasn't smart, because he is. And not because he didn't want to, because he did. Jacob couldn't read because he was dyslexic. But he didn't know it, and neither did anybody else, until he was finally diagnosed in the 5th grade.
During school, I was ashamed and I would keep my head down. And I would never raise my hand, ever, because in my mind, that was my reality for most of my life.
And Jacob's not alone. His siblings deal with other challenges that make it hard to read, anxiety and ADHD.
When I'm under pressure in school to read for something, a lot of times if I don't just sit down and relax, I have trouble just concentrating on the story.
The Blumensteins know that a lot of kids face the same type of challenges they do, so they came up with an idea to help. It's a free website called Kids Read to Kids.
Hi, I'm Jessica, and I'm going to be reading Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne with you guys. Chapter 1, A Remarkable Discovery.
Kids reading abridged versions of classic novels to other kids.
Chapter 5, The Island Come True. Neverland came back to life now that Peter was almost there. When he was gone, everybody did nothing but wait for him to return.
The family enlisted some of their friends to help, reading books like The Wizard of Oz, Peter Pan, The Secret Garden, and the family's favorite, Anne of Green Gables. They read the books chapter by chapter, so anyone using the website can go back and repeat the chapter again and again.
I don't always process something the first time I hear it, and so being able to just listen as many times as I want in no stress situation, that's really helpful.
The website can be helpful for kids learning English as a second language, kids who don't have access to books in their home, or those who simply want to hear someone read them
Why
a story.
can't you stay like this forever?
Active listening can help build reading and comprehension skills, skills that are valuable in and out of the classroom.
Mrs. Rachel Land would like to sit in her kitchen window, look out over her little road, and keep an eye on everybody that passed.
The Blumensteins all work together on the website. Jacob shoots and edits the videos. Alana helps write the copy and is one of the readers. And 11-year-old Ruben designed the superhero logo.
I just thought when you're reading, you really can be a superhero. You can be several people from different points of view in different worlds, and I just thought that was amazing.
Reading does take you to different worlds and can open up all kinds of possibilities. The Blumensteins hope their website will make a difference. They want to help share that joy of reading and inspire other kids who struggle to let them know that they're not alone.
And we just want, for those kids that struggle with reading, we want to empower them and show them that this is something that they can do.
We look forward to expanding your world, one book at a time.
The Kids Read to Kids website also includes links to other sites that provide information and support to improve reading skills. You can find a link on our website, fox2detroit.com/giving guide.
You know, there's a lot kids can get from youth sports, but one organization in Detroit uses athletics to build character in kids, with volunteer coaches giving 250,000 hours a year. Young people get the skills they need to succeed, both on and off the playing field. Here's Fox 2's Hillary Golston.
When you think of Detroit PAL, the Police Athletic League, you might think of their most popular program, football. But PAL is getting more girls into the game too. 1, 2, 3.
I like PAL basketball because it makes you better, it pushes you to be better.
PAL offers 11 different sports, but talk to any of the PAL participants or parents, and you soon learn this is about much more than just athletics.
It means so much because it teaches them not only the game, but it also teaches them responsibility.
They teach you how to have teamwork, how to work with other people.
It teaches you life lessons, although it's basketball, it's more than just basketball they're teaching through the PAL program.
Detroit PAL is a nonprofit organization serving more than 13,000 children every year.
Well, our goal is to really get them on a path to be successful in their lives. So sports becomes a really unique hook to engage young people in a quality after-school opportunity, but there's so many lessons that you can learn through your participation in sports.
At the heart of PAL, more than 2,000 caring volunteers.
I coach because I believe that this is where you change the world. I wanted to do my little small piece to change the world.
Coaches like Brian Autry are changing the world one child at a time. They are mentors and role models.
That is why it appealed to me so much, because as a child I really didn't have a male role model. And I figured that if I could give kids what I didn't have, it would make them better.
Coach Eric Sheffield says for him, it's all about the kids.
I want to make sure that the kids have opportunities to fulfill their highest potential, not just on the basketball court or wherever we're playing, but also in life itself.
PAL is growing. Soon they'll move to their new home, the historic Tiger Stadium site. As they grow, more volunteers will be needed. Anyone can step up to help teach PAL kids about winning, not just in sports, but in life.
There are wins and there's losses in the games, but It's all about them. And if that's where your heart is, then you have a place in PAL.
I'm Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.
More from Eastern Market when we come back. But first, this is one of the oldest and largest year-round markets in the country and has been nourishing our community now for more than 125 years.
Eastern Market is a nonprofit organization that serves the community in so many ways. They work to improve access to affordable, healthy food throughout the city. And the Kitchen Connect program helps people who are trying to start their own food business. Eastern Market truly is a place for all because it's not just about food, it's about people, connections, and community.
Our bottom line is that everybody across the lines that divide us, be it income or race or generation, walk of life, that they feel welcome here.
And we certainly feel welcome.
More from Eastern Market when we come back.